Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Falling Over Books. For today's video, I am talking about 6 TV shows that I think were canceled way too soon. So most of the shows that I'm going to be talking about either only have like 1 or 2 seasons. They never made it to 3, which in my book means they were just canceled too soon and I don't appreciate it. A lot of these are also kind of older shows that you may have not heard of or anything, because I like to watch weird shows that no one hears about and that's why they get canceled. So yeah, let's get on to it. So I think I'm gonna do like backwards, so like the number 6 to number 1, if that makes sense. Coming in at number 6 is Indian Summers, and this is a UK, I think it's a Channel 4 show. It featured a lot of British actors and it had 2 seasons, and it was basically a drama set in the 1930s dealing with the British colony in India. Essentially. The show's super interesting. It had 2 seasons, as I mentioned before. One of my favorite actresses, Jemima West, was in the show, so I was like even more heartbroken that they canceled it after 2 seasons. I think they wanted to do like over 10 seasons of the show. Like they had planned to write all that, and Channel 4 just decided to cancel it after a 2nd season. It didn't really have the highest ratings, to be honest, and like not a lot of people knew about it. But I did, clearly, and yeah, I was really sad when it was canceled because it definitely had the potential to go on for like 10 seasons. So yeah, I was really sad when it got canceled, and it was a great TV show, and if you like political type shows, you'll definitely really enjoy this one. Next is not a TV show, well, it is a TV show obviously, but it's more a specific season of a TV show. That is The Girlfriend Experience, Season 1. So I feel like with this show they're gonna kind of do each season very differently. I haven't started Season 2 yet, so I don't know how I feel about it. It is airing right now, I think. But Season 1 was amazing. It had Riley Keough in it, who I love, and this show was just insane and I loved it so much, and I was devastated when it was announced that Riley would not be returning for a 2nd season and they would do a whole new storyline. And I was just like, what? So I would like there to be a 2nd season featuring Riley Keough, because she was amazing in that. I mean, she got a Golden Globe nomination for that role, so like they should have continued. I'm kind of mad about it. I don't know how I feel about Season 2 yet. I haven't even started it, so I don't know. I could really like it, but I'm just mad about Season 1 and I'm like still dealing with that. Anyways, the TV show, or specifically Season 1, follows this lawyer who becomes an escort essentially, and it's more about power and like manipulation and all that kind of stuff. It's really interesting. I was definitely sucked in by like the 1st episode, so I'm just really sad she's not returning for a 2nd season. So that's why I put this one on my list. I don't know, it probably doesn't count. Coming in at number 4 is Witches of East End. And this was on Lifetime, I think. Yeah, and it only had 2 seasons. And I was definitely part of the fandom that really wanted a 3rd season, because Season 2 ended somewhat on a cliffhanger, I think. It's been a couple of years since the show was out, like 2013, 2014. So it's quite old, but I just absolutely love the show. I feel like there's not very many good witch shows out there, and this one was definitely a great one. It was about a family of witches. Basically, these 2 adult daughters discover that they are witches, and it's kind of like opposite of like being teens and finding out they're witches. They're already adults and they find out they're witches, and their mom is like this powerful witch and stuff. It's super interesting and I really love it. It's also based on the books by Melissa de la Cruz, I think. And the show just had like this really light yet like dark vibe to it. It was so interesting. I just loved this show, and I'm so sad it was canceled after 2 seasons. It definitely deserved like 3 or 4. So I'm really mad that it was canceled because it was so good, and I absolutely loved it, and it just had like this mostly female cast. It was just so great, and I'm so disappointed that Lifetime canceled it. I can't talk. Coming in at number 3 is Galavant, and this I only discovered I think last year, or maybe it was earlier this year. I can't remember, but oh my gosh, this show is so great. So I wasn't really interested in watching it, but I wanted something just new to watch. So it was on Netflix, and I was like, let me just give it a try. And after like 2 episodes, I was sucked in. It's so great. It's so funny. It basically is the adventures of Galavant, but like musical style, and like funny, and yet like modern, and it's so hard to describe, but it's so good. It's so funny, so original, so different, and I'm so mad they canceled it. And they just made so many jokes in their songs and stuff, and I just really like it. And I think I've like rewatched every episode like twice because I really enjoyed it. And as I said, there's only 2 seasons. This came out in 2005, 2016. I mean, it was even nominated for a Emmy, Primetime Emmy, and like it got canceled. Like, I'm still mad about it because it was so great. I feel like everybody should just watch this. It's like super funny and great, and if you love music and musicals, you will absolutely love this, because I'm not really a big fan of musicals. It kind of depends. But this one, I was like, yes, sign me up. Coming in at number 2 is Dracula. And this, I believe, was on ABC. And it only has 1 season, so it ran from 2013 to 2014. And, okay. So I'm not really big on like horror / like dark movies or TV shows. Actually, I do really like dark TV shows, but not movies. And this show is basically a twist on the classic tale of Dracula. It's about, I believe it's still set in like some era. I can't remember. It's not modern day, but it follows Dracula, where people don't know he's Dracula, and he returns to London to take revenge on the people who ruined his life years ago, and like their ancestors, I guess it would be like. So yeah. And his plan kind of fails because he falls in love with this woman who looks exactly like his wife that died. I just really love this. It's super like sexy and sensual and just really interesting. I really liked it, and I remember being really sad when it got canceled. So I don't know, if you like historical TV shows with more of like a romance spin, kind of, not really. I feel like there's more science in this show than like romance, although there's a lot of romance. I'm not making sense. Anyways, just go watch the show. It only has 1 season, so like it could be your next Halloween show. I don't know. I think this came out actually in the fall, so it was like, it reminds me a lot of like Halloween and stuff. It only has 10 episodes, so it's something you could watch really, really fast, and I absolutely just love the show, and I wish there would have at least been 3 seasons, but you know, you probably never even heard of it, so that's why it got canceled. And coming in at number 1, I feel like this is really obvious, that's Ben and Kate. This was on Fox, and this only has 1 season. It ran from 2012 to 2013. I think like the last couple episodes never aired on TV, but if you bought the show, they're on iTunes. I don't know if this show's anywhere else. Like, I don't know if it's on Hulu or Amazon or whatever. I'm not really sure, but I do know it's on iTunes, so you could buy it on iTunes. And this only has 16 episodes, but it basically follows a brother and a sister. She is trying to raise her child as a single mom, and her brother is kind of just this crazy adventure slash like can't hold a job kind of brother, and he's trying to help his sister raise her kid and all that kind of stuff, but yet he's like trying to make this business happen and stuff. I just really love this show. It's really heartwarming, it's really cute, it's really fun, it's just super light, and it always makes me laugh. It always puts a smile on my face. It's just really great, and I really love this show, and I'm so sad it was never given a second season because it could have done really well. I honestly really want like a revival of this show. I feel like because Dakota Johnson is pretty famous now, I feel like they should bring it back, you know? Why not? Like, do it for us. Do it for the fans. Because I want a second season so bad, and I'm just so heartbroken the show was canceled. So that's that. I'm sorry if the angle or the lighting changed or whatever. I had someone stop by, so I had to stop filming. Anyway, so those are the top 5, 6 TV shows that I think were canceled too soon, that I really wish had more seasons or just had more chance on air. So yeah, let me know some TV shows that you thought were canceled too soon that you wish had more seasons and whatnot. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.